What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about Nolan Smith, edge rusher from Georgia. He's 6'3" and 235 pounds. I like him a lot. He is a smaller edge rusher, but I like him a lot. He did tear his pec back in November. So we'll have to see as far as when he'll be able to start his NFL career. Will he be able to go through training camp? Will he be there at the start of the season? We'll just have to kind of wait and see with that. Hopefully the combine will kind of help us with that. I don't know when this video will come out, but I'm recording this back in February. I'm pretty ahead of where I'm at right now. But we'll see as far as that goes. And I know we are talking about him as an edge rusher, but he's actually pretty good in coverage. And I don't just mean zone, which he is pretty good at doing that, but he can actually line up one-on-one and guard a tight end. Like, I wouldn't put him up against, like, a Travis Kelce, but I wouldn't be scared to put him on a team's number 2 tight end or even, like, a lower-level starter. I wouldn't be afraid of that at all. And for an edge rusher, that's pretty good. And also, despite him not being very big, he actually is a pretty damn good run defender. He sets the edge very, very well. He squeezes, stays close to the tackle to cut off any read options or anything like that to going to the outside. Athletic as hell, great burst. And like I said, despite him being 235 pounds, he's actually pretty damn powerful and aggressive. Very sudden and explosive. Will absolutely swipe hands down. Good hand fight. Georgia sometimes lines him up a little bit too wide off the offensive lineman, which I'm not a big fan of. But that's a Georgia thing, not necessarily a him problem. It's just something I noticed. Has some natural bend to him as well. And honestly, just him being fast and being good with his hands is enough to be a really good player. And I do want to see him more of a tool bag, throw in some spin moves, throw in some cloth pulls, stuff like that. But what he's got right now is enough to be a pretty damn good player. So he does have a little bit of rawness to him in that regard, and he also hasn't played a ton of snaps. Just because Georgia has 20 players that are probably going to be NFL starters one day on their defense right now. So pretty much all their defensive players get rotated, no matter how good they are, just because they do have so many, talented ass players. So he has played less snaps than a lot of the edge rushers in this class. So that is a bit of a concern if you're wanting him to, take a lot of snaps. You have to see where his durability is, especially with this pec injury. But I like him a lot. Out of the guys I've watched so far, he's probably either my favorite or second favorite. It's between him and Will Anderson, as far as talent goes. Like I said, Nolan Smith's sack production is not as high as some others, but also, like I said, he doesn't get the snaps that half these players do. Just because Georgia's defense is so good. So it's kind of tough. But as far as traits on film, he blows out everybody after Will Anderson out of the water. It's not even close. Tyree Wilson, Myles Murphy, whoever you want to put in there. I know a lot of people like Andre Carter. Ojulari. I don't care who you put up there. Nolan Smith is better than them on film. He just is. Will Anderson, that's a debate that'll have to have when I give my official rankings out in April. I gotta put a little bit more thought into that because I think today Will Anderson is probably the better player, but I think Nolan Smith probably has a higher ceiling. So I'll have to kind of contemplate where I'll rank them come April. But yeah. Anyway, really, really love Nolan Smith. He should absolutely be a first rounder. Now, I will say, if we get some bad news about that pec injury, that could kind of hurt him and maybe make him slide. But as a Dolphins fan, I wouldn't mind that. If for some reason people don't want to take him early and we get a David Ojabo situation, I would love to take him. I know we don't really need edge rusher, but this guy is so fucking good. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, appreciate hitting that like button. Have any questions or comments in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.